All right. Hey. Hey, everybody. How we doing? All right. Hey. Go ahead and share this feed. Go ahead and share this feed tonight. It's going to be a really, really great call tonight. Go ahead and jump on here. Share this feed with some other people. Where y'all calling in from? Give me some names and some cities and where you are coming in from. Excited. Tonight's call is going to be really, really informative. You might want to even grab a pen and a paper. Just so you can take some really good notes. This is definitely an opportunity for you to be able to really grow and scale, hey, Keita, and really scale your real estate empire in a very, very massive way, very big way. Hey, Malika. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with prayer. Father, we bless you. We thank you. We honor you. God, I thank you for your presence. I thank you for your plan. I thank you for your word. I thank you that 2025, this will be a year of the supernatural. This will be a year of supernatural growth, supernatural increase, supernatural expansion of territory. God, I thank you for ears to hear what the Spirit of the Lord has to say. I thank you for eyes to see and a heart to seize the moment, seize the hour, seize the time to take over, to do business, to go forward, to step out, to advance. Now, God, I pray now that you bless all that we put our hands to, that it would prosper and be of good success. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, do me a favor, share this feed with somebody tonight. It's going to be a really, really great conversation that we're going to have tonight. Anytime, one thing that I've learned is that you got to be sensitive to moments, sensitive to seasons, sensitive to timing, to understand that there's nothing in life except for God and his word that lasts forever. Everything is a season and everything is a time. And if you get in the habit of seizing the moment and seizing the hour and seizing the season, you're going to always find yourself advancing. And so you have different types of people. You have some people that are early adopters. That means they hear something and they move out and they get early benefits. They're not even really thinking about the risk. They're thinking about more the risk of, if I don't move, what's going to happen? If I do move, the profit of what can happen is going to be huge. And I've seen this just over my life. God has graced me to know how to get in. Hi, honey. My hubby on here talking about sign me up. No, to know when to get in and when to get out. Like, I've been blessed to know that. I've been blessed to know how to pivot. And tonight I'm going to talk to you guys about the power of the moment and an opportunity. But I want to kind of set your heart first, because if you're not sensitive to it, you'll hear it, but not hear it. You'll hear it and you'll push it away from you by saying, maybe later, maybe next time. No, this has to be your moment. This has to be your time. The only reason that I've been able to build what I've been able to build, the only reason Shatava has been able to build what you're going to hear from this amazing woman in a minute, the only reason she's been able to build what she's built, because we know how to seize the moment. Like, we're not one of those people that are at the end of the line, Jasmine. We're at the front of the line. Somebody say, over here, I'm giving you some money. We're like, oh, here we go. Right? If I would have been born, thank you, Lord, so during Harriet Tubman's time, I would have been on that first round, right, Shatava? We would have been on that first round of slaves saying, take me to this underground railroad that you've talked about. And, Harriet didn't know all of it, but she just knew that it wasn't cool to be in slavery. And what I'm telling you is, I want you to know it's not cool for you to just be depending on one thing, or for you to be depending on a job, or depending on a loan, or depending just on your credit. You've got to take everything on the table, right? There's a scripture that says that God has prepared a table. So if everything that's on that table, if it's all good, I want all of it. I want to consume all of it. I don't want to just say, well, later on I'll get that. No, I want to take everything that's on that table. And so right now you have an opportunity to get free money. This grant is available to anybody who owns a home in the state of Michigan that is non-occupied. Now it's going to cost you un poquito, very little, in comparison to the $100,000 that's waiting on you. Okay. And so I'm going to bring my business partner's sister on here. She is doing her thing. She's an entrepreneur and an investor. And I could not be more proud of what she has built in a short amount of time. She's experienced all the bumps and bruises of being an investor, right? If you're an investor, you got some bumps and bruises, baby. But if you can get past the bumps and the bruises, when that rent check start coming in like that, baby, you'll be like, oh, let's do it again. So I'm going to go ahead and bring on Shatava Lindsay. Hey, beautiful.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great, girl. I am so excited that you're on here tonight. I want to go ahead and jump in this team. First of all, you guys go ahead right now and forward this to somebody. Text this to somebody, tell them jump on here. They need to hear this because I believe the moment is now. The time is now. So Shatava, we talked, and girl, you've been doing grants. First of all, you're a serial entrepreneur. Yeah. I met her a long time ago because she had the cutest boutique, and she still has the cutest boutique with the cutest clothes. And I would go in there and get myself together. And she was just always, we just became friends over that. And then next thing I know, you started investing in the city of Detroit, and you've been investing now for a couple years. So let's talk about you starting to invest in Detroit. I want to start there, and then we'll kind of move over to the opportunity, because I want people to hear your testimony, because I think it's strong, and this is an opportunity for them now too. So how did you even get started investing in Detroit, child?
So first of all, thank you for having me. Thank you for everyone for joining this call. This is going to be an amazing call. But I just want to start out talking about my journey to real estate in Detroit. So at the time, well, my husband, my then boyfriend at the time, he's from Detroit, and he found out that his grandmother's house, he was losing his grandmother's house. It was going up for state auction, and pretty much they were going to lose it. And I'm asking him, well, how much do you have to pay to get the house? And so he's like $1,000. And so I'm doing the numbers in my head. I said, wait, $1,000 for a house? I don't think you know what he's talking about. So I'm thinking, the whole time, there's no way that it's a house for $1,000 that you're going to save. So at the time he asked me, would you ride to Detroit with me? Mind you, I'm from Tennessee, living in Atlanta, don't know anything about Detroit. He says to me, do you want to ride to Detroit with me so I can save my grandmother's house? And I said, how much again? He said he's going to pay $1,000 to save this house. And I got this in my head the whole time, because from Atlanta to Detroit, that's a 9-hour drive. So this whole time I'm thinking, this guy must be crazy. So anyway, we get to the Register of Deeds, and they say your house is going to be $1,000 to save. And so when I looked at the lady, I said, excuse me? I said, listen, lady, we need a list of all of those houses, because I'm a go-getter. I am so ambitious. And I am like, when you tell me something that's affordable, I'm going to go get it. You don't have to tell me twice. So I told the lady, I said, listen, I need a list of all the houses that's for sale. I need them all, because I want to buy them all. So at this point, I'm not thinking about, okay, Shatava, what is it going to take to renovate the houses? How much money is it going to take? So during COVID, we went mass purchasing. We bought 10 houses during COVID. And that was a single family, 2 families, 4 units. So then we kind of looked at each other like, how are we going to pay to fix these houses up? So we sitting on all this inventory, and we have no idea how we're going to fix it up. So the first few, we are funding everything out of pocket. I mean, we have depleted savings. We are at credit cards. We have done refinances. We have done everything we can, to the point where, you get to the point when you're depleting those funds, you get frustrated. It's like, okay, I'm looking at him like, how much do we have left again? Like, when is the house supposed to sell? Are we renting this one? Because I've spent $30,000. How is that $1,500 a month going to equate to me spending $30,000? So I'm like, trying to search, and I'm like, look, we have to find more opportunities to be able to fund these renovation projects. Hence, this is when
I got to stop and ask you this, because I think this part is really important.
Yes.
You're buying these houses, you know real estate is the way, you're getting them for great prices, but now you're running into issues with rehab and all of that. Was
Yes.
there ever a point where you're like, I don't know if I want to do this again? What was your mindset when you feel like you were up under the most pressure? Like, honestly, were you ever like, ooh, child?
I have wanted to quit so many times. Matter of fact, I have quit a lot of times. I think I just, it's the contractors, right? It's okay, I'm gonna be there at 3 o'clock on Thursday, and then it's next week, Tuesday, and they're not answering the phone. Or, things are supposed to be on schedule, because ideally we create a schedule, right? We say we're going to have this house renovated in 3 months. On whose schedule? What perfect ideal schedule? And I have not had one where I can say I'm going to start this renovation in January and I'll be done by October. I cannot give you when I tell you I cannot give you a perfect scenario, I cannot smile in your face and say everything has been all good. I have stories, okay? I mean, so I have quit multiple times. I have gained multiple gray hair, sleepless nights trying to just figure out finances. Yeah. And then that takes a strain on not only is it your business life, but it portrays into your personal life. So now, me and my husband, we work together. We kind of do things together. But then it's like, okay, it's a strain on your personal too. So your mental is taking a hit. When you decide you want to do this, it's everything that comes with it. And it's the mental. You really have to stay grounded and focused on your why. Understand why you decided to do this. There is a reason why you decided to do this. You took that step and you said, I want to do something different to change my life. And understanding your why is what keeps me going.
Yeah. What was your why? Let's talk about that, because I think that part, because, I'm laughing and there are other people on here, other investors that I know, Charlene and Malika and Sheila, we all of us, have stories, right?
Yes.
Double back, stole the furnace, wooty woo, opened the window, climbed up on the garbage can, and just the stories go on. But then when you look at that rent income starting to come in, and you're like, wait a minute, hold on. Wait, if I did it with one, what happens if I do it with two? And what happens when I do it with three? When was that breaking moment when you knew this is why I did real estate?
So let me back it up and talk about my past life. So I've been a grant writer for about 15 years. I've worked for large corporations. I've made them numerous amounts of dollars and off of me writing their grant. So I said to myself, I said, look, if I can do it for these companies, I can figure out a way to do it for myself. So I started to really researching different opportunities. Mind you, I'm already in that mindset, trying to figure out money and what I'm going to do. So I started to research different opportunities on what would be able to apply to help our situation. And that's when I came across this grant. The state of Michigan is giving $40.8 million, $40.8 million to investors. That means if you own a single family, a multifamily, it could be a 2-unit, a 3-unit, a 4-unit. Right now, I have a grant on a 4-unit that I have. And I'll say that Michigan is offering $100,000 per unit. When I first found out about that, I think I cried. Lord, I can't even imagine just depleting everything that you have and being down to not only your last dime, but your last patience, right? You're down to your last patience. And I am at this point on a hope. I'm just applying like, please, Lord, like we really need this. This will be great. I'm not expecting much, but we really need this. And so when it came through, when I got the notification, and of course, I've stood the test of time, I got the notification that the funds are reserved for you. If I would have waited, if I would have doubted myself and said, you know what, I don't think I would be able to qualify, I don't think, maybe let me just get it together, because we always have these thoughts in our head, something that'll stray you away from what you need to be doing. And me, how I look at it now is, if I get a spark in my head on that's what I need to be doing, I am running with it, because something is telling me this is what you need to be doing. Okay. You don't know until you try. What is the worst that can happen? You do not know until you try. So if an opportunity presents itself that's going to help to improve something that you have going on, you better follow that instinct and you better go after it. And that's how I live. I just, listen, when it comes to me, I am going to get it.
But it's why you've been successful.
Yeah.
And I think the difference between the successful and the unsuccessful is the unsuccessful take so long. They just take so long to make a decision. They talk themselves down opposed to up. This is free money. This is reparations. This is vindication. This is restoration. This is not anything we can think about. And the minute she told me I had 2 units of my property manager that were still left to be filled, and then I would be 100% occupied. And I told her, do not put anybody in there, because I am applying. You're applying for me these 2 grants. That's $200,000. Listen, do I want that rented right now? Absolutely. But that $1,400 a month can wait. For $100,000 per unit? Are you kidding me? Mm-hmm. Like I don't want us to be, because see, that scarcity mindset is a deep thing. Yeah. If you don't catch it, you'll have opportunity right in front of your face, and you'll sit there and tell yourself all the reasons why you can't. Are you kidding? You need a win. It's how our other brothers and sisters were up. Imagine getting $100,000 from your parents when you graduate from high school, or imagine them leaving you a multifamily. Dog on it, you would be way further ahead than where you are now. So now the government is saying, we're going to give you $100,000 a door as long as it's non-occupied. Bro, it ain't nothing to talk about, especially if it's already not occupied, and you were getting ready to put in a tenant. You better say, okay, whatever I got to do. Listen, I got on the phone with an investor. I said, she's like, I got to rent it now, because if I don't, my credit. I said, listen, let me put you on the phone with our credit specialist. You do credit too. Just protect your personal credit. Let your business credit take a hit. We're gonna circle back and fix that. But what we're not gonna do is we're not gonna close our eyes, go to sleep, talking about we gotta pray about. If I got a house right now and it's not occupied, ain't nothing to pray about. I'm sending you your money. What is it? I think you're charging $3,600 to write that grant. Are you kidding me? I will gladly give you that, so the bigger picture can be there, because you may not spend all that money doing the fix-up. So now what? That's more money for you to pay off prior debt or wooty-woot, whatever. So I just want them to really understand. Yes. This is grant money that does not have to be paid back.
And I will say the biggest problem with us is we don't have access to the information, right? We don't know that this grant is out there for us. We don't feel like we are qualified to be able to get this grant. But let me tell you the qualifications, right? If you own a business, if you own the home, you just need a deed. You need a deed to your home. You need a business. You need an EIN number, like simple things that we all have. We have all done this when we've gotten our business together already. So you qualify. So there's no reason why. There's no reason why to get $100,000 per unit. It's a no-brainer. It is a no-brainer. I just cannot encourage anyone. This is it. This is the information that we are all looking for. This is the grant that's going to help you to get to that next level, to help you. And also, I will say this, once you start winning the grants, right? Once you get one grant with the state of Michigan and you said, okay, I need such and such amount of funds to be able to renovate this house, and you completed your renovation, it's going to be that much easier for you to get the second one and the third one and the fourth one. It's going to make it that much easier, because the city is seeing that you're fulfilling your obligations. You stated that, okay, it's going to take me 22 months to finish this, however months you need, 22 months to finish this renovation process. Once you finish that, you apply for the next one and the next one. And they know you have a track record of being able to fulfill your obligation. So it's going to be easier and easier. And there's an affordable house shortage all around the world. So I know you hear it all the time on the news. We need such and such. We need this amount of affordable housing in Michigan. Michigan desperately needs to be renovated. Detroit right now is in desperate need of renovation, especially the inner city of Detroit. So if these funds are available, please take advantage. Please, please. I cannot stress that enough.
And don't wait if you have a home. Now, for those of you that don't have a home, like right now, I don't know if you remember that house we was doing a deal evaluation on the other day, and I was on the phone with you.
Oh, yes.
And I was like, "Ooh, they got this," and you were like, "What about this?" And what about we were going back and forth. I put a purchasing agreement in on 2 of those. So as soon as we close,
yes,
I'm doing those. I'm doing 2 units. Then I found out today, I didn't realize until you told me earlier, it's for land too.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to send you over to that because I'm building a multi-family modular home park on that. So I'm waiting. I called the guy today. I said, "Hey, I need that work." You don't even need a scope of work from the contractor. We'll help you to put together a scope of work. They're going to pay you, not the contractor. They're going to pay you. And like you said, Shatava, as long as they see that the work is being done, then they're going to trust you. The next time you're going to get more money. And for some of you who want grants in other parts of the country, it's going to be that much easier for you to get a grant because now you're in the system with the government and they trust you. I read there was an article today. Some people might see it, but on Apple News, they talked about how Elon Musk built his empire by using government grants. The money is there. And what I love about you doing it is you know the language. You know what they're looking for.
Yes.
Oh, you have to be, as a person of integrity, willing to do the work on that property. And then the rest, come on, let's get creative here.
It's easy. And it gets easier and easier. So you're grouped into, they put it in 3 separate categories. So as a beginner, that's someone who has never received a grant, you are at $100,000 per unit. Now, once you've received that 3rd grant, it goes up. You can get $200,000 per unit. Once you go into that 5 or plus more grants, which is, do you know how many people, not us, are getting these grants on a continuous basis? I look around and I see a house and I see, certain people renovating. How are they able to get this done so fast? Because I'm on my last dime. How are they getting it done before me? Because they're receiving funds that you should be receiving to do these renovations. That's exactly how they're doing it. So this is the grant that if you own a single family, a multi-family, please apply for this grant. If you do not apply, others will apply. And that's your money that should go to you, because if any type of hesitation, someone else is going to apply.
I feel like we're Harriet Tubman and telling people, please run and do it now. The slaves that didn't go with her on those first couple rounds, it took a while before the emancipation was signed. Some of those were stuck on those plantations. And I believe in 2025, there is an economic plantation that we get so fixed on what we know and what we feel like we can do that we are not willing to say, hey, you've been there. Shatava, when you told me, look, I've been writing grants to companies for years, I made them tons of money. That's all I needed to hear. Like, okay, girl, what you need? What do you need? Because I'm not going to have opportunity and then miss it. And then the end of 2025, be mad talking about, Lord, it was supposed to be my year. A lot of times we blame stuff on God that has nothing to do with him. You were lazy. You didn't want to do the work. You didn't want to pivot. You didn't want to transition. You didn't want to step out. So that's not God's fault. You have to take action. And right now, the other thing I want to say, and I want you to hit this too. Okay. We believe that this is going to be here because I know they've slated $1 billion for Michigan, period. This grant by itself is 40-something million. But I would not be trusting and saying, I'm going to do it later. Even with me buying these 2 multifamilies that I'm putting a purchase agreement in. It's supposed to be today, but it looks like it'll be tomorrow. But anyway, in the back of my mind, I'm saying, hey, be prepared just in case, but I'm hoping I can get the grant. Don't sit there talking about you're going to do it in 4 months. You don't know if it's going to be there or not. I mean, we're hoping it is. They're saying it is, but nothing is guaranteed.
Exactly. And it's $40.8 million, but they're continuing to disperse, right? So the sooner you apply, the better. I will say last year, they opened the applications in April. Last year, let me get my dates right. April the 14th, they opened the applications and they stayed round one. So they've done it in rounds so far. People applying round one, they disperse for round one. They've opened it up now for round two. Round two will last for about 6 months. They'll disperse for 6 months. So those individuals that are applying in each of these rounds, they're dispersing as you're applying. Once round two ends, they'll start round three, but they would disperse until these funds are depleted. When are they depleted? They're not saying, okay, make sure you apply by April because the funds are going to be depleted. No, they will keep the applications open until funds are depleted. Applications are open right now. So that means funds are still available. So it's a good time to apply because it's still open.
So you have a batch, I believe, are going in later on this week.
Yes.
Which is our first batch.
Yes.
That we're saying, hey, okay, all aboard.
Let's go. Exactly.
You'll have another batch next week and another batch next week. But I'm like, for those of you that qualify, listen, if you got to call a friend, call whatever, but paying her this $3,600 is a complete Kmart, Walmart, Dollar Tree special altogether to get 100,000. Because I'm telling you right now, I talked to some grant people and they are charging more like in the area of 10 plus K, 10K plus. So, and there are a lot of grants too, Shatava, that you can get like 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 25,000. You coming through here with $100,000, talking about $3,600, girl, who, what, where, why, huh?
Yes. And I'm writing a total of about 28 documents for you. Very detailed, very, when we have the call, I ask you very detailed questions so that I can align your grant to exactly where it needs to be to get you through those qualification stages. So it's a total of about 25 documents that I'll be writing for you.
Okay, that's really good. All right, questions. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. This was really, really, really good. Tell me any questions that you guys may have. So again, if you own a property in the city of Detroit or anywhere in Michigan, Farmington Hills, Roseville, St. Clair Shores, the list goes, Taylor, Canton, it doesn't matter, Novi, Farmington Hills, Bloomfield, West Bloomfield, Pontiac, Flint, anywhere in Michigan, you are eligible for a $100,000 grant as long as you own the property and it's not occupied by anyone. Okay. The process, I think, takes about, you said 4 to 5 months or so.
Yeah, it takes about 5 months.
Yeah. Okay. For them before they start dispersing.
Exactly.
Which is huge. And I believe last time you checked, there was only 9 people of color that.
Round 1, 9.
Good child.
It was very depressing. Although I was very happy, to be a recipient, but to understand just the disproportion of the numbers of the people of color, we're not even applying. We're missing the boat. Okay. It's like everybody else is on the boat. And I'm just looking around like, hey, where are we at?
Which is why we're on this live. Somebody said, how long do you need to have owned the property? You could have bought it yesterday.
You could have bought it yesterday.
Now, Miracle said, if she goes in this batch, when can she expect her approval? Because I think there are a couple phases.
Yes, it's about 3 phases. So let me go through my timeline so I can give you guys an understanding of how long it took mine. So I applied last year, April the 12th. I received my first notification on June the 16th that I received my notification that they are reviewing my grant, right? I didn't receive final notification that my grant was approved until August the 24th. So that's April the 12th through August the 24th. That was my grant process. So when you first submit documents, it's going to be about 15 documents that we're going to submit with your initial application. Now, when they come back, remember I told you they came back 2 months later and said, hey, we're reviewing your application. We need these additional documents for you, which is what I'm preparing for you. So I'm already prepared for when they come back to you and say, we need these additional documents. I've already done the work for you. So when they need those additional documents, you're going to send them right away. You're not going to wait. You're going to send them right away. And then after that, you'll get the notification that the funds have been reserved for you.
Okay, that's good. That's really good. Okay. So April to August, which it could be a little faster too as well. And you give them your ACH, your routing and account number, and then it'll just come directly into your account. Yeah, that's super. Okay, somebody says, if you own 4 single families, can you receive a grant for all properties? Yes.
Yes.
Every door gets $100,000.
Yes.
Every door. That part. I'm like, please let it sink in.
I'm doing this particular grant on a 4-unit now. And when I tell you, I mean, we all know in renovating these homes in Detroit, like you can pretty much blow on them and the windows will fall off. So you need everything done to the house. I need new windows, new roof, new drywall, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, all of that. We're doing a complete renovation of this home. So thank God for these funds because I'm able to not have to come out of pocket myself and do it completely on this funding.
Yeah, so she'll have to do it'll be $3,600 per door because it's going to have its own separate situation.
Yeah.
Will you provide a checklist so we can get the documents together? Yeah, absolutely, yes. Robin. Hey, girl. So what'll happen is you will get a link to schedule a call with her. Yes, Juliet, because I was about to call you like, don't make me run up to Jersey real fast. You better get this money. But yeah, so what'll happen, Robin, is she'll set up a Zoom with you. And then after that, we're not putting the Zoom link on here. Okay, Fantia, hey girl. Okay, so she's scheduled for Thursday. Because what we don't want is we don't want like a bunch of people. Hey, Chris, we don't want a bunch of people hitting her up and they don't own a home.
Yeah.
And it's not occupied. We need to make sure that you actually own a home and not occupied. It doesn't mean that we can't get you once you close on your property. That's a whole nother thing we're doing where we're helping you from beginning to end, buy and flip, buy and hold, Chris, from beginning to end. We got you, right? But right now we're specifically talking about those who have it already. We're trying to hurry up and get as many as people as we can in, okay, so we can get you the funds distributed. And I want you to talk about this because this blessed me so much. That grant, when that grant check came, obviously, I think you said you had a moment.
I did. Again, because it was at a point where I was feeling defeated, like literally defeated. Like, God, I asked you, to help us. The reason why we started to invest in, because of course we were thinking about creating generational wealth. Like, everybody know the story of I didn't grow up with everything. So I'm thinking this is going to be, and my husband and I, we came together and we said, okay, this is it. We can rent these properties out. It'll take care of our mortgage. Like we had a whole plan on what we could do with this. Okay. When it got to coming down to, okay, we starting this one and looking at the funds, I cannot explain just, the process. But when I was told that not just because, like you said, it's states that'll give you $20,000, the states that'll give you $15,000 to help. But when you're told you go to, okay, we're awarding you 100,000, we have those funds reserved for you. I think I read that at least 18 times and just said, oh my God. And I always doubt myself. You know, you always like, you know, it can't happen to me. Why not me? You know, why not me? Why do I always doubt myself and say, there's no way this can happen for me? I see other people doing it, but it's always something about my journey that I'm always thinking, nah, you know, that's not gonna happen for me. But why not? You know, why not? And that reassurance of this did happen to me, it's just like it was mind blowing to me, because I had never just in my wildest thought would I have thought, you know, somebody's gonna give me this money to renovate. Never would I have thought. Oh my God,
you did something really special for your tenants during Christmas.
Yes.
Talk
so
about
I give my tenants free rent for Christmas, just because it's a blessing. One, they love me, they stay. You know, I'm very good to them, but for Christmas, it's free rent, you know, just because I just feel so blessed, you know, for this to happen. You know, there's no way. I had to just, it's just gratitude. Thank them for hanging in there with me, you know, because it's one thing to fix this house up. It's another thing. Oh my God, I got tenants that actually want to rent my house. Yeah, I put all of my hard work. I know what it is. I've done everything in that bathroom. I've cleaned it myself. I have snaked the drain. But somebody wants to rent from me. Like, it's just me showing my gratitude to them, you know, that I appreciate them. I really appreciate them. So yes, that's what I do.
And I thought it was super smart. It was social impact, but it was financial impact. Hey, if you do this, sign a 3-year lease.
Oh yes.
Well, I thought that was brilliant.
Oh,
right?
Definitely. I have really good tenants. So free rent for Christmas, let's sign another 3 years. They're like, what? Free rent? Okay, yeah. Yeah. You know, I got tenants that been with me for so long, because I'm continuously giving back. And not only that, I'm improving their home. You know, I'm doing different things to make them feel comfortable and make them happy about living there. And I'm able to do this, guess what? Because grant is funding a lot of these projects. So now I have funds allocated to being able to do more that I couldn't do in the beginning. Like, I'm to the point in the beginning, it was, we're going to rehab up to a certain point of what we can afford. I've seen that we've done used windows. We scrapping Facebook Marketplace, trying to find doors. It's just so many different things that we've done to save money. But to know that we have those funds available and now we can breathe, okay? Because it's all about freeing up that mental space and understanding that now things are different.
Now things are different. And that's what we want. And that's what we want everybody to, you know, think. Now things are different.
Yes.
And I'm so glad that you were so authentic with the emotion and, you know, some of the pressure points that I think every investor deals with, especially in the beginning. And I think as you grow, there are different things, but there's that point when those Section 8 checks start coming, or cash tenants, or VA tenants, or domestic violence tenants, whoever you decide to serve, that thing starts hitting every week. You be like, wait a minute.
Those extra funds, like when it hits and when it does the next month and the next month and the next, that's a different feeling.
That's a different feeling. Somebody said, Bruce said, is it for land? Yeah, we said it's definitely for land. You can do it, you get $100,000 for your land as well. Somebody asked, you got to keep the units empty until they start dispersing, right?
Yes. Then you're building out for the tenant. When they start dispersing, hopefully if you started your renovation, you want to wait on those funds, because now you can go and you can get better carpet. You can tile the floors. You're tiling your bathroom now. You're getting a new roof. You're doing the vegetation around the yard. I wanted a concrete driveway. You know, I have gravel. Now I can do my concrete driveways, things like that. That when you're trying to use your own funding, you're not thinking about tiling the kitchen floors. You're not thinking about the bathroom.
You on that pillow stick, bro.
The linoleum is all you doing, okay? They better be glad they getting some $25 handles, okay?
Listen, you not even pulling the towel out of it. If they got that old towel in the bathroom, you like glaze that bad boy.
This is pill and stick. But just even to understand that after you're done doing this, the value of your home is going to go up, because now you're able to do the renovations that you need to do to get that value in your home. And that's what it's all about. It's increasing that value. The more you put into the home, the more you're going to increase that value. So when you're getting your appraisals, when you're getting those, that value is there because you're showing value. You're showing value in your fixtures. You're showing value in your appliances. You know, you have towel on the floors in the bathrooms. That is adding so much value. So imagine going to sell that home. Okay, you thought you'll be able to sell it when you did the minor renovations, but then you're getting that grant so you can do those extra renovations, and then you're bringing that value all the way up. So when you sell, guess what you're doing now? Now you get another check. Okay, now you into the real. Okay,
if you decide to sell,
yes,
you might say, now I was able to get, rental income here is $1,300, but yes, because I got chandeliers in this bad boy, and we on Joy in Greenville, but I got this bad boy looking like Parade of Homes in Bloomfield. Yes. Give me $1,500 a month. Exactly. And guess what? You'll probably get it. Yes. Because you're earning equity. So don't forget, you can refi. Yes. That's the other thing. I told some of my investors, I don't care if you got a refi to pay Shatava this $3,600. You best find that money. Do that. What you're not gonna do is sleep on this $100,000 and tell me I'm gonna wait till next month and see what happened. No, we fence to figure it out. Yes. Because I'm going in on the first batch. I'm going in on the week of March 3rd. We going in. Who else is ready to get a grant on the week of March 3rd? Because she put them in this week. Now, some of y'all might come next week. That's all right. That's all right. But I want to know who says I'm coming in March 3rd. Who's going in this batch that she's about to hit go on as soon as she meets with everyone? She still has meetings to do, and she's already started gathering some of your information. Yes. So who wants to go in the week of March 3rd? If that's you, put in the comments March 3rd. There's something about now. There's a book called The Power of Now. Yes. There's another book called Seize the Moment. There's a reason they talk like that, because when you learn how to seize the moment, I started seizing the moment, Shatava, in 2017, when everybody else, Sheila said, I'm in too. Robin says she in, absolutely. Everybody's talking about Bruce, I know that's right. They was talking about Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. My billionaire mentor, Shatava, was saying, buy Bitcoin, Jewel, buy it. $3,600. And I was like, Daddy said March 3rd, absolutely. And I was like, okay, I just started doing it. Everybody else is like, it's a scam. I don't know. I'm away. Yeah. Woo. Now look, Bitcoin is doggone hit 109,000, going to 7 figures, by the way. But no, you want to wait on the Pawpaw Patch with the normal people. Stop acting normal. Yes. You are not normal. You are a super producer. Start acting like a super producer. Think like a super producer. I got to figure it out. Super producers figure it out. That's the era that we're in now. I read this story about this company. This girl came in. She was so bad. They hired her for her skill set, but they end up firing 5 people because she came in with so many ideas, implementing and executing so many strategies. She was a super producer, fired the 5 normal people. The 5 normal people got fired. They were doing their job, but she came in, did her job and their job. And this is how we're going to have to think in 2025, because if you think you're just going to be able to keep being normal and whining and complaining and not figure out an answer, you are not going to be in the position that you want to be in. And I'm not telling you this because I'm trying to make nobody feel away, because I'm on here like this, talking with passion with my girl, because we are passionate about seeing our people get through here. First round, 9 people of color. That is not okay. No. That is not okay. Meanwhile, probably a good 4 or 5 million was given out on the first round. What? So we're about to change that. You're going to change that. And for those of you that own the property in Michigan and it's not occupied, text grant to 615-802-7530. Okay. And we're going to get right back to you so you can schedule. We're going to send the link. The team and I are on here. We're sending the link to you tonight. Mm-hmm. You can book her because Shatava, I know you're getting booked, but
I'm in here. Look, I'm doing it for my people. I'm in. We got to get out of that comfort zone. I'm in it. I'm in it. So let's go. Let's get them rolling.
Let's get them rolling. Yes, the properties can have mortgages. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. 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 All right. This was good. Text grant for those of you that own the home and it's not occupied. Okay. You're eligible. Text that number tonight. The team and I, Jasmine, are going to send you the Calendly link so you can book your one-on-one with Shatava. If you do not own a home and if it's occupied, please don't book because we got too many people we're trying to serve. So I need you to already be qualified. If you're interested in doing a buy and flip or buy and hold, and you want us to mentor you through that, okay, text wealth to 615-802-7530. Okay, Miracle has already booked her consultation with you. Jasmine says she's ready. Yes, the properties can have mortgages, Robin. Absolutely. Yes. Yep, they sure can. They can be debt free or there can be mortgages on it. Not an issue at all. Any last words, Shatava, before we get ready to wrap?
No, let's go. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you. I'm going to be there with you throughout this process. Let's just get it done. Let's get out of our comfort zone. 2025, let's get out of that comfort zone and let's go over and beyond so that you can see a change in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. Girl, I don't know if I told you the new date for Detroit. We're going to be having our real estate meeting there is going to be March 28th.
Okay, I'll be there. That's even better.
Okay.
That's even better because I'm packing up. I'm in Detroit the whole month of March. Starting after next week, I am there because I'm getting these houses knocked out. I'm boots on the ground. You'll see me pull up on me. Okay. I'm going to be in the bathroom, in the basement. Listen, don't let nothing fool you. I'm going to be in my work clothes dirty because that's what I do because I'm heavy in the field. I'm very heavy in the field.
I love it. I love it. So put that down. Meet us in Detroit, March 27th. We'll be looking at houses all day, opportunities for you all to buy. That evening, we're going to The Kitchen, which is a vegan restaurant on Woodward, owned by our sister girl, Q, to do a vegan cooking class. So just something fun. And then Saturday, the 28th at 10 a.m., you'll have an opportunity to come to the Certified meeting and meet Shatava live, and some other powerhouses will be in the building. Robin Hopkins will be there, who is a Black female general contractor, does property management as well, and an investor. Just some really, really powerful people that you need to meet because you're going to need relationships. You're going to need mentorship to be successful in real estate. You do. This is not a go alone sport. The people that I know are alone are just not doing well. No. The people who gather together, band together in communities like a Certified, we're doing amazing because where I'm weak, Shatava is strong, and vice versa. So go ahead, reach out and plan on meeting us in Detroit, March 27th and 28th. Sister, I appreciate you, girl. And I think some people are going to be booking tonight.
Good. Yes, please do.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
See you later.